quite the peppy song to come back to. Sorry for that, but we have things to do in here. Hey everyone, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we put in the ruby tablet to the altar inside the goddess statue, allowing there to be a new area for, I guess this is the wrong map, allowing there for a new location for us to descend to the surface and potentially, hopefully, find Zelda. We also went around Skyloft, found a lot of different things, including a bat-looking man. Also, I did not learn his name like I promised to, I'm sorry. And who wants us to get these gratitude crystals to turn into a human. Got a few different upgrades like the shield in our back, and in general we got, well, quite a lot done actually. This time, before we head out to the surface, there's actually some stuff I want to do. I mentioned last episode, I was going to probably go back to the Faerun region to maybe get a few bugs that I wanted to upgrade one of these potions. I did just that, and I went to get them. All these are pretty easy to get. I'll kind of run over them really fast in case you want to do this and you maybe didn't have any. Deku Hornets, there are 2 nests right outside essentially of the dungeon area of the Skyview Temple. If you want to collect a few of these, go there. Skyloft Mantis, you can find these pretty much in a bunch of pots around Skyloft. They're also fairly easy to get, and Woodland Rhino Beetle are also very easy to get. Go right outside of the, I believe, Sealed Grounds, I think is what it's called, in the Faerun region. You'll find like 2 of these on the wall. They are not hard to come by. All of these are fairly common bugs. I just didn't go and collect enough. But we're going to infuse this for a price of 20 rupees, which isn't bad.
Ah, okay, I can improve this potion. You sure this is what you want?
Yes, indeed. Also, he has a baby on his back. I didn't point that out.
Oh, wonderful. Just a moment. Time to make you wait like this.
And apparently all you have to do is... So we're paying him essentially 20 rupees to stir a pot, whatever.
Well done, here you go. Hope I didn't set your expectations too high.
Seems a little down on himself. You got some Revitalizing Potion Plus. This powerful elixir automatically restores your shield when it breaks. It also replenishes 8 hearts. So yep, it essentially means that your shield won't break as long as you have that on you. If you have any of the potions you want to infuse, you can prove me I'm happy to help. Yep. And we are good. And believe it or not, you actually can upgrade this again. Automatic shield repair and restores 8 hearts can be used twice. A bunch of stuff we essentially haven't seen, so yeah, we're definitely making this for a while, but it's an insane potion, since you can use it twice, either for healing or for the shield repair. It makes it almost impossible for your shield to break, unless you're just getting careless with it. Yep, so we actually did get our first upgrade of a potion, which is nice. And since we have a bit of extra cash that I collected just from pots here and there when I was heading back to the surface, why don't we get this small seed satchel for the road, so that way we can carry a few extra seeds as we go. You got a small seed satchel. With this, you can carry 10 extra Deku seeds. Keep it with you and use your slingshot.
Ah, the customer is always right. If you take the liberty of placing your purchase in your pouch, press R to open and equip what you need. Yep, so this is something you actually have to have in your pouch, so it does take up space to have this on you. This isn't a permanent upgrade or an upgrade of any kind that is like just staying with you. But there is something... I was kind of stuttering there. There is one more thing you can do. You can actually upgrade this as well. As you can see, now we can make it so it can hold 20. 4 Ember Relics, which we don't have. 3 Monster Claws, which we don't have. And 3 Ornamental Skulls, which, guess what? We don't have. So we're not going to be able to upgrade that. But still, either way, another 10 is another 10. And we'll take what we can get. And something interesting to note, as you can see, it has 10 there. So it actually comes pre-stocked, too. So you get a few extra, which is, you know, it's a nice little extra goodie on top of the rest. So as you can see now, we're actually at 15, but I believe we can hold a total of 24, no, 30 now, I think. So I think 20 is the default, I believe, which is nice. But anyway, all our preparations aside, let's head to the surface. And I may cut when we get close to the pillar. No, we're not, because the rock is right there. Never mind. I don't know why the pitch of my voice changes a lot. But we're heading over there really fast. If you've been keeping up with the community posts, you may notice that I mentioned that, unfortunately, I lost kind of the audio recording for the bigger video I was working on for February. So I'm probably going to put a pause on that specific project, and instead I'm going to work on something else. I'll kind of get into that in a minute, because we're landing in the surface. And you could bet, just to maybe stand my ground on the fact you never need to open the sailcloth during these cutscenes, I'm definitely not pressing the button this time either. Master, this is Eldin Volcano. It is an active volcano rich with the power of Earth, or of the Earth. Yep, that's its name, Eldin Volcano. Approximately 65% of the region is covered by lava. It is inhabited by a large number of creatures that thrive in the extreme heat and direct flame. Please exercise caution with flammable materials such as wood and fabric.
In the event you catch on fire, I highly recommend you extinguish the flames by performing a forward roll or a spin attack. Yeah, it was right of us, or smart of us, to get that iron shield, because the red coloring was in fact an indication of where we were going. Lots of lava pools to be aware of. Oh boy, why do I suck at articulation? So yep, here we are at the new region, the Eldin region, as she said. And here's the statue, so we'll walk over to that. So we're into a new area, and somehow Zelda's here. Here we have a new type of choo-choo. It's pretty much the same. Ooh, nice. Except now they are red, and they will ignite you on fire if you're not careful. What do I want to know? Master, require your confirmation. You are currently attempting to ascertain the location of Zelda. Remember how to use dowsing to search for Zelda! Of course I am. Of course you do. My apologies. Please continue to search for Zelda. Yes. Let's see. Where do we need to go? That direction. Okay, we'll head in that direction in a minute, Fee. Down here we have a goddess cube. So of course we're going to charge up our Skyward Strike, and we'll hit that for later. As I mentioned, and as you saw from the last episode, if you watched it, which hopefully you did, those goddess cubes give really good rewards and are worth hitting. Even if you don't want to go your way for completion or anything, you might as well grab the ones that aren't too out far to your way, just so you can get a little bit of extra cash on you. It's nice. Going this way, the road is blocked off, but there is something interesting on this wall, as you may notice. If we can... There we go. Got one together. You caught one volcano ladybug. They say these bugs get their deep red hue from the ore they eat. They're slow-moving and tend to stay in one place. Oh, sorry about that. My voice kind of gave out there. So yeah, another bug. Oh. So we're getting into new stuff. Go any further this way, and unfortunately it is blocked off. We cannot go any further that way currently. Hopefully we can go back there later. But as I was saying, I think the next project I'm going to work on in the meantime, because I want to work on something a little smaller, but just to kind of as a break, is I may do an unscripted video, which is something I haven't done. All my main videos have been scripted. The 50 Dream Towns one, which I'll link all these in the description of this particular video, just in case any of these interest you. I visited 50 random Dream Towns in New Horizons. That was my first ever video, actually. I did a whole review about New Horizons and my thoughts on it. And then I did one that just talked about kind of creepy video game things from my childhood, because I thought that was an interesting topic to talk about. But all those had scripts, and I'm thinking I want to make the next one not have a script, not because I don't feel like writing one, but because I think it'd be interesting to try, since I'm trying to get better at certain skills. And what are you guys?
Hey, you mess with our turf and you're gonna pay?
Whoa, you're not...
Yo, Led, I don't think this is one of those red creeps.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No reason to scare the hair off us, though. Sorry about that, pal. These monsters showing up and messing with our turf has got me on edge. They show up here and I'm gonna knock the red clean out of them. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, me, Led. Yeah, whatever. Mr. Too scared to dig in the dark. Anyway, if you're looking for treasure, you should steer clear of those red guys.
Okay, well that was nice of him. Whatever those are. You know what, Fee? I haven't given you some time in a while. His name is Led. He is a member of the highly civilized mole race called the Magma. Their primary habitat is underground. All Mogs have a deep and abiding love of treasure. That seems like a generalization, but okay. But there we go. So we have a new race we've run into already in the Eldin region. Makes sense, I guess, that they live underground since all the lava. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do something about Animal Crossing again. Big surprise. I think that's what a lot of you probably originally went on here for. And while I do want to talk about other stuff than just Animal Crossing, there's still a lot of stuff I do want to talk about Animal Crossing-wise. I think I'm going to talk about, though, what I want from a new Animal Crossing game, or maybe some ideas for that I have. Just a for fun thing, again, just because I don't really feel like working on the main project again for a little bit. I want to take a break from it. There we go. This area, as you can see, there's lava that rises, and these are new type of keys, fire keys. As you can probably guess just from their name, yep, they're on fire. They can ignite you on fire. You really don't want to bring a wooden shield in here, because that will destroy your wooden shield instantly if they hit you with it. So this is why either don't bring a shield at all, or save up 100 rupees for the iron one. Either way, it will go a long way. Either way, it will go a long way. That's a bit redundant. So you have to wait here for a second for the lava to rise so we can actually get up here, and we still barely made that jump. And we're going to have to wait for it to now lower. Oh, I thought one maybe aggroed on me. Nope, they didn't. And there we go. So we're making decent progress, I think, so far in the game. And I know it's, again, not probably what a lot of you, or originally found this channel for. But again, I want to talk about just a lot of general game stuff and games that I enjoy because I feel like there's, you know, whether it's just you can put this on in the background and stuff, that I think that's kind of cool. You can maybe learn something or experience a new series you never got to see before. And who are you supposed to be? Never seen you around here before. Whoa, hold it right there. You a friend of those red creeps? No, I'm a green, dude. I'm not against them red folk. You're not, huh? You don't look like them, that's for sure. You're not that ugly. So what then? You're gonna pick bomb flowers? A bomb what? And also, that seemed kind of offensive. I get generalization of the red color? Bomb flowers. Joking, right? I'm growing right over there. You pick one with A, and then you fuse lights. Oh, and then the fuse lights. Gosh, I suck at talking. A few seconds later, boom! You don't want to stop and sniff the flower. Dangerous plants, believe me. And once you learn to use them, they're a powerful weapon. Those mongols here are crazy about them. You can toss and roll them in the same way you do jars. See what you can do with those bomb flowers over there. Huh? You do not know how to roll and throw stuff, right? I do know this. Actually, I recall this from Colin. Of course you do. You can lift things up to throw them and hold things below you, roll them. I mean, hey, everyone knows that. Yep, thank you for that. So here we have, actually a new thing, as he said, bomb flowers, which are a type of flower that have been in a few Zelda games, that if you interact with, they actually can blow up, whether it's because gunpowder and stuff exists in them. I don't really know what the science is behind it, but either way, allows us to do things like that and blow up certain rocks. Also, in here I saw during that, we have an amber relic, which is nice. A change from this version of the game compared to the original I want to talk about now, which is super nice, is the fact that in the original Skyward Sword on the Wii, if you were to play that one, because you don't have the Switch or whatever, oh, there we go, or something like that, which is fine, one of the changes that I really like a lot, that goes a long way, is every time you would save and quit in the original game, and you got back on to start, you know, your game again, if you ran into, like, an amber relic or a thing you've already, like, interacted with before, it will treat it like you've never interacted with it before, and will give you the same pop-up talking about the item. Which, as you can guess, was very annoying, and something that I believe also Twilight Princess did as well. Not with materials, but with a different thing. Oh my gosh, that's a big boy. But either way, it's a really nice change. There we go. Got a lot of blobs. Yep, here's a big choo-choo. There's a bunch of them added up. We got another jelly blob over there, though. Yeah, it's another small change that I think goes a long way. At least in this one being a little bit more preferable. To why I like this one more than the original Wii release. So there we go. We used all the bombs we could. Up here we got a 5 rupee, which is nice. Again, now that we have actually empty pockets, it'll be worth trying to check around a bunch of corners so we can get more money. Especially with that, like, $1,000 bug medal or whatever we're going to have to buy at some point. Oh, sorry. Oh, they didn't go. So, like, right there, if I had the wooden shield on and I ignited on fire, that would have burned the wooden shield away, no matter how much health it had. Yep, Volcano East. Just wanted to interact with it to make sure that we... Because, again, as I said, that allows you to get around a little bit easier. We have a bomb flower here. And if we actually look, it's kind of hard to see under there. Yep, it is. There's a rock there blocking our way. So you do have to kind of get a little decent with the rolling. It's a little tricky, but it's not that bad. And thankfully, right now is the safest time to use it. But there are two things over here. One, there's a chest which contains a 20 rupee, which is always nice. But there's actually something over here that I'm going to try to approach at least this first one very quietly because we're near the edge. And I don't want it to accidentally roll off a cliff. There we go, got it. You caught one Eldin roller. These small-bodied bugs roll. A big ball of something. The way they bustly roll stuff back to their nest is quite adorable. Yep, so it's clearly a reference to the dung beetle in real life, which roll, of course, their poop. You can catch them in a few different areas, but this is the first one to interact with them, and it's a little bit hidden, so it's kind of nice. And as you saw, we're only missing 3 bugs, actually. You can get a lot of the bugs really early on. Which is good, considering, again, the main 2 uses for that's either upgrading potions or making money. So it's nice that you can start getting a lot of them very early on, unlike a lot of the treasures, which you have to actually wait for sometimes. Over here on the left path, we have yet another goddess cube. Going to hit that again for later. Already having 2. Keep in mind, last time I think we've only seen 3 up till now, so now we're already almost caught up with what we found in the Faron region. I mean, I guess we did see a few more, or at least I know you can see a few more in the Faron region. You just can't interact with them. I believe I interacted with all the ones you could currently. Let's talk to you with your blonde hair. Oh, another stranger. You're none of those red creeps either. I swear, this neighborhood's getting crummier every day. Huh? No, nothing. Just talking to myself. Hey, I saw this funny dressed character go into that hole over there. It might be that friend you're looking for. You want to know what this cook was wearing? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the getup was blackish. Other than that, I don't remember much. Blackish. It doesn't sound like Zelda, nor does that sound like Girahim. He was wearing like some white attire. What are you? Why does this sound like a monkey? I didn't remember it sounding like a monkey. I don't think... Is that like a seal? It sound like a monkey? I have no idea what that's about, but okay. So going down here, we have a new enemy type, which unfortunately I can't target, because I actually don't know its name. I'll put it in the video, because this is not one I'm familiar with off the top of my head. It'll breathe fire if you get close to its little den here. What you have to do is roll a bomb. You want to be a little farther away because it can hurt you too if you're not careful. Into its fire to help it explode, and that will kill it, allowing you to get past. So, not super tough of an enemy, but it's one that may take you throw you for a loop for the first time you're playing it. Here we have more bokoblins, and here we have different bokoblins, this time with different weapons. Now they have like sticks with thorns on them, instead of the metal cleaver that they normally have. There's an ornamental skull right there. Ornamental skull right there, which is nice. We always could use more of those. Because as I said, those are still fairly rare. Not as rare as the golden ones by any means, but definitely still rare. Those same enemies. Can I target these ones? Yes I can. Fee. Pyrup. This skittish monster prefers to hide in small holes or hide inside the skeletal remains of deceased creatures. Once the cowardly Pyrup finds a small space which to spit flames, it becomes unapproachable. You'll need to play a clever strategy to defeat it. Inflicting damage from a distance may be the only way. Yep. You defeated one of those enemy. Yep. And I didn't talk about that actually earlier too. Is if you target an enemy with Fee, she'll actually give you a count of how many of those enemies you've killed, which I actually think is a really cool detail. It's just, again, it's another nice thing that kind of keeps you a bit of the, shows you how far you've come and, you know, things like that. I think it's really nice. So yeah, for these ones in the skulls, all you have to do, as you saw there, is play some basketball with the bombs, throw them in those holes there. Don't take that out of context, and they are not tough enemies. You just gotta make sure you're, you know, in a good spot. Now they set you up for it to learn perfectly, which is honestly good game design. The fact that they put you, or they give you a spot where you can simply have the high ground and pretty much be untouchable to them if you want and figure that out on your own. That is nice, because they very easily didn't have to do that, but they approached it in a way that makes it fairly easy to pick up and learn. So we're gonna head up here really fast. You can see there's another skull. This time though there isn't, or not a skull, it's like a shell of some kind. I have a little stool here. And we've seen quite a few stools. I haven't mentioned what they do yet, mostly just because, again, I haven't really run into one when its main purpose would have actually been helpful. For these ones, you have to roll under it instead of playing basketball, so it's bowling in this case. Again, though, not all that bad. Yeah, as I was saying, or as I was going to say, if you come across a stool in a wild, make sure you take note in your mind where those are at, because stools actually can heal you if you sit on them. Just another way to get a little bit of health. And as I mentioned, Skyward Sword's a little bit more limited with its health, especially as you go further on into the game. You're gonna notice there's less, like, heart plants and things like that, hence why potions are a lot more useful and things like that. Oh, dang it. Man, that rupee went flying. Did you see that? There we go, grab it. But yeah, there's just in general a lot more times where health can be hard to come across in Skyward Sword comparatively, so I'm gonna cut in a second, because I actually don't remember if there's anything up here. I'll see you guys in a moment. Whether or not there's anything up there, sorry about that. Whether or not there's anything up there, I'll see you guys in a moment. I'm back from the cut, and I'm glad I'm back from the cut. I'm back from that cut, and I'm glad I checked, because I actually didn't remember this being here for certain. I knew there was one around here. You got a piece of heart. Collect 4 to increase your heart capacity by 1. 3 to go. Yep, we already have another one going, which is really good, actually. Head up here. And something I forgot to do last episode, kind of, but... Well, yeah, definitely did. Was go and talk to the bat guy who wants the gratitude crystals, because there's actually another reward we can get from him, or not another, but there's our first reward we can get from getting 5. And I'm going to be entirely honest with you. The main reason I didn't do it last episode was because it was kind of a longer one anyway. I was like, you know, I'd save that for this episode. And then I turned on the camera on this one, and oh, I'm good. Yes, that happens if you walk into the lava and stuff. But anyway, what I was going to say was, I genuinely had forgot when I started this one to do that. So we're going to go back up to the sky when I'm terrible at this game. We're going to go back up to the sky in probably the next, not next episode, but like the next, well, yeah, maybe next episode. We're not going to do it this episode, needless to say. So if you couldn't tell, what you need to do here is kind of play bowling, or you may think you need to, because you can look and roll it. And if you get it close, oh, is that going to be close enough? I don't think so. Nope. Oh, wait, was it? Oh, no, I thought it was for like half a second because the camera's stuck there. You have to roll it across here because you go too slow when carrying a bomb flower to actually just walk across. Oh, dang it. And unfortunately, the thing is, if it hits that wall and doesn't go in or doesn't blow up, then you're kind of just stuck here for the time being because the camera won't let you move around or anything like that during that time. The best thing you can do is try to make sure you're hugging this side of the bone bridge. So that way you give it less opportunity. Did that really just barely clip the side of it? Oh my gosh. This is, I think, the most I've ever... Well, not the most. Probably the first time I played the game, I struggled with this even more. But this is the really bad. There we go. Hopefully that should work. I think that... Yeah, I think that's going to go. There we go. Yep, you got to roll it across. And it's kind of a cool little clever puzzle with the rolling of the bomb flower. And that will drain the lava in that little spot there. Which is good, considering that's apparently our only lead right now, unfortunately, as to where Zelda could be. And if we do decide to douse, which, you know, if he wants us to do very much so, seems like her presence, sense, aura, whatever, does lead us in that direction. Okay, so there was a guy up there, but he seems to have gone after we blew up the spot, probably because we scared him, unfortunately, but that's fine. Let's go here. There we go. And we're going to grab... Oh, they don't want that heart, too, because I took some damage when I walked into lava twice. So yeah, if you walk into lava, it's not insta-game over, but you do lose a full heart. Jump down here! Yep, and then you go into a transition, so you don't have to meet a skydive. But you do want to be prepared, because very quickly, as you can see, when you are... after that transition, you're almost immediately thrown into the skydiving spot, where you can land on a bunch of different areas. If you land up on this spot here, which is the highest one up, so you have to react the quickest, you got some Eldin ore, this hard concretion? I'm very bad with words. Concretion sparkles brightly. It also has lots of different uses. Yep, that was something we actually needed in order to upgrade our shield, if you recall, which is good, actually, since we have to go up to Skyloft eventually anyway for the Bat Trove guys' loot. Can I make that? Oh, I barely did. The higher platform's one that we can't do anything with right now, but had those X's on it, as you already know. There's another Goddess Cube in here, making 3. And that is nice. Now we are actually already essentially have a lot of loot there. Again, once we go up for the shield and Bat Trove's reward, we're probably not going to get those, because again, I kind of want to do all those at once when we have them all. Or not like them all in general, but like when we have all the ones we can get in a current area. Who are you? Look at these creeps just shimmied in and took over our territory. Yow! What are you doing here? Don't be sneaking up on me like that. Huh? Good for your friends. That's a bolt cut, dude. Of a century. Can't help you there. I always come through here, so... maybe they went up that mountain from over that way, somehow. So they climbed that. I wish someone would chase these clowns out of here. Well, maybe that'll be us. Yep, so over here we have some bokoblins, and quite a lot of them, actually. And the first thing you're going to want to do is target these ones with the blue bandana. As I mentioned the first time we encountered them, they are the ones who are going to be summoning more of these guys. And in this area in particular, that can be very annoying. Oh, I was trying to get my shield out, but unfortunately I didn't. There's a lot of them, and thankfully for the most part, they're not going to all attack you at once, so you have a bit of time to react. To like getting your shield out and stuff. Just don't get overwhelmed. They're not that tough. Again, they're bokoblins. There is one up here though. This is the one that I think will throw you off probably the most, since it kind of is just in his little hidey hole up here, as you can see. Once you take him out, all the other bokoblins, you know, they're not gonna be any more reinforcements, so you just gotta take out the ones that have already been summoned. Which hopefully we can do some spin attacks to get a few on the ground to give us a bit of leeway. Oh, there we go. Yep, so once you spin them onto the back, of course you could use the whatever blow, whatever it's called. The blow. The killing blow or whatever, where you just jump and then stab them in the chest. You could use that to simply finish them off. But again, sometimes it's nice just to get them out of the way if you're dealing with a horde like that. Whoa, you took every last one of them. It just cuts back to Link. Sorry, that was funny to me. Okay, let's head back up here. You're one tough customer. Thanks for all your help. I don't blame you for not knowing this, but us Magmas always honor our debts. Let me give you something. Prove it. Any special requests? As much as I want money, way forward would be appreciated at this moment. I feel like money's easier to come across anyway. Oh, right, you're trying to find your friend, ain't ya? In that case, take these things. There's something pretty special if I say so myself. You got the digging mitts. Use these sharp claws to dig through patches of soft earth. Be sure to try digging with A anywhere you see signs that something has been buried in soft ground. Yep, we already got a great item. This time we didn't have to go any great hunt or anything. We just had to kill a few bokoblins. With these, you should be able to get to the top of that ledge right there behind me. Just try digging that hole below you, below the ledge. You're in for a surprise. I'll just hope your friend hasn't been captured by the... Oh, I just hope your friend hasn't been captured by those red guys. Here's hoping everything's okay. But yeah, we already got an item from him, and it's not an item you use like here. If we go into our inventory, it's actually a item that is over here, kind of like the sailcloth, which you can activate only at specific times. in specific locations. As he said, in this spot here, we can actually come over and press A. As you can see, that'll create a bit of an updraft of, I guess, air, like a little air pocket that'll push up and allow us to get around a little bit easier. Now, before we go that way, I'm going to come back over here. And I'm going to mention this now, in case you messed up a little bit on that skydiving segment, or you missed like the goddess cube, or you missed the first chest, because again, it does come out of nowhere. You can go back into this room and jump into this wind turbine to get launched back out and try again. Which is nice, because again, it can be very easy, especially if you're not like playing this, like, or if you are playing this blind, I should say. And you just jump down there without knowing, it can be hard to react to that time. Why am I getting another cutscene for this? Fee? Why'd you do this? I don't know actually why I got another cutscene for running into that guy again. That is a little weird, but whatever. But the main reason I actually came back up here wasn't because I missed the two things we could have gotten the first time we came down. There are actually two more things for us to see, so we're going to jump back down. Because as I said, there were those spots there, and now that we have those digging mitts that we didn't have before, we can... Yep, come here, and we can actually mine here. You can mine them repeatedly, and as you can see, we can get things like money, which is, you know, nice. But there's also a chance for lucky. Nope, only money this time. Okay, well, you can get other things besides just money from these, but unfortunately this time it's all we got. But that's fine. Let's see here. Yep, right there. The one more spot we're going to want to land is where these bomb flowers are at. If they seem like they're in a weird spot, that's because they are. And let's look around here, because this is actually one of the more well-kept secrets in my mind of Skyward Sword. Is I don't remember the exact location, but somewhere around here on one of these walls, it may be that one actually, yep, there is a breakable wall. Now there is a crack on that wall, which is why I thought it was that one, but it kind of blends in with all the millions of other cracks that the texture uses for the wall. So this is actually a pretty well hidden chest. So what's our reward for doing so? In case you've missed this and you've 100% completed the game before, it's because it's not necessary, but it is a goddess plume. You got a goddess plume. Rumors say this item was dropped by the goddess in a long-forgotten era. It's a legendary treasure few will ever behold. It is one of, if not the rarest materials in the entire game, and you will need them. You don't need to find this specific one. You can find them in other ways, but being able to get this one, and it's not really out of the way, it's just well hidden, you might as well. Again, it's in a good spot, and I recommend going back up anyway to try to dig in those two spots after you get the digging mitts anyway, considering you can potentially get some really good goodies. Oh, yep, like that. Yep, like that. You could get more than just money, although we're getting a lot of good money here. That is more Eldin ore. This is probably the easiest way to come across it, is just from digging around, because, again, there is a high chance you'll just come across it when digging. So we're going to go up here, and we find a ladder that Link is making out with instead of trying to climb. And let's climb up here, and we're going to come across a little bokoblin encampment, which presumably, again, it seems like the bokoblins are kind of taking over their territory. Is more than just a thing for territory. It's actually like they're just taking their homes and stuff. But to be fair, I actually think that these homes look like they were probably built by the bokoblins based on the bones and whatnot. Another stool there, some pots in here, anything in them? Nope, not really. Okay. But the main reason we came up here was actually because if we go over here, you'll notice there are 3 holes here in the floor. This is where, if you actually were paying attention enough, I didn't really point this out. The bokoblins, when they called for help, the blue ones, this is actually where the bokoblins fell from. This is where they came from. So this is actually a nice little detail. It's like this little fort. If you come down here, you can see if you go down one of the holes, they actually are steep enough to where you kind of slide down them like, well, slides. So you have to pick them. They all lead to different spots. As you can see, this one lead left here. There's one that just will lead you back down that way, and one that'll lead you down back the way. So this is really the only one you want to go to, because it'll lead you to this chest, which gives us, we're getting a lot of loot this time. You got some Eldin ore. This hard, yep, it's the same thing, yep. So we got more Eldin ore there, which again is nice. They're essentially just giving it to us at this point. You have 2, but we got 3 because we got lucky. So that's really the only thing you need up there. And then this little wind turbine will take us up here to another little digging spot and get a little bit more loot, including another Eldin ore. Heyo, you take those. We're getting, how many do we have? I think 4? 4, I believe? Yeah, geez, we're getting, that's the thing we have. Well, I guess it's tied with the ornamental skull. It's the thing we have the most of. Jeez, that's actually nice. We're doing really good on that. Anyway, we've made our way to the surface. We've already made some new friends, it seems. We've gotten some new loot. And we've gotten some new enemies to encounter. Next time, we are going to be continuing the chase down for this figure in black who seemingly may be following Zelda or something. We don't really know the full story. But we're hopefully going to find out then. See you all then.